right, welcome to Daniel McCarthy Field, where the 3-3 Nantucket Whalers look to win today in the 40th meeting of the Island Cup to even the series at 20-20. Nantucket holds the cup and looks to hang on here against the 4-2 Martha's Vineyard Vineyarders. And back to return is Malik Bodden. Will grab the ball at the 12-yard line, breaks free from a tackle, great blocking ahead, and he's pushed out of bounds at about the 36-yard line.
First down and 10.
All right, we're live, Dennis.
Yeah, here we are.
This is the 40th official meeting of the Island Cup.
All right, we're playing 12-minute quarters today. The Whalers are going to be the beneficiary of the first offensive series. MarthasVineyard will be playing defense.
Yep, so Martha's Vineyard won the toss and elected to defer. All right, handoff goes right to Devontae Usher, breaks a couple tackles, cuts it upfield, and gets about a 2-yard gain.
Devontae hasn't been healthy for much of the year with bad hamstring.
And that's really been the story of the Whalers this season, with Burton battling injuries, Devontae Usher, as well as Darian Duarte.
So we got a second down and 8, the ball spotted on the 39-yard line. We're playing 12-minute quarters today.
So handoff goes to Burton, up the gut. And he'll pick up a couple yards before he's swarmed by a number of Vineyard defenders there.
Third down. The Whalers are working against the wind.
That wind is playing a factor. In the junior varsity game, we didn't see much of it, but
it's getting worse as the day goes along.
It's starting to pick up a bit. All right, so 3rd and 6. And the ball's on the 41. Makai Bodden airs it out to Malik Bodden, who catches it downfield, and that's going to go for 6. Touchdown Whalers. The Whalers draw first blood. That's the old Bodden to Bodden.
Yeah, I don't hear those fire engines going off now with their
it's gotten a little quiet over here.
It is quiet.
All right, so Whalers strike first, and we've seen quite a bit of that this season. Makai to Malik Bodden.
That touchdown pass was brought to you by Harbor Fuel, Don Allen Ford, Condon and Coleman Insurance, Island Pharmacy, and Island Variety. Fine sponsors of the Nantucket Whalers. Whalers, it was a straight fly pattern, and Bowden just outran the defender, number 8 for the Vineyard. That would have been Ty Matthews.
So as I was saying, Dennis, a win today would even the score of the official Island Cup series 20-20. Right now the Vineyard has a lead since the Island Cup was brought in.
Nagle kicks the extra point.
The all-time record for the Island Cup is 37, 30, and 3. That's 3 ties, 30 wins for the Vineyard and 37 wins for Nantucket.
The real big meaning for this game is not only the Island Cup, but the Nantucket will advance into the playoff series.
That's right.
We'll be on the road next week.
So with a win today, Nantucket would claim the Cape and Islands Division League for the 2nd year in a row. They won it last year. They're 2-0 in the division right now with wins over Sandwich and Monomoy. Martha's Vineyard is 1-1 in the Cape and Islands League, and they lost to Sandwich, defeated Monomoy. And so with a win from the Vineyard, they would co-champion the Cape and Islands League. An outright win from Nantucket, they would take that.
And they go. So this is a very high-stake game today. And this high-stakes game is brought to you by BPC Architecture, the Corner Table, and Champion Rentals.
All right, so Darian Nagel to kick off for the Whalers.
And you can see the wind.
That's a short kick.
Ball's alive.
And that's going to go to Antoine Moraes.
Nice
for a short pickup. So Anton Moraes is the primary ball carrier for the Vineyard. He's got
Nagel made the tackle for Nantucket.
Nice tackle by Nagel. So we're going to see a little bit of this 1-2 punch with Jaden Coyle and Anton Moraes today. Moraes has managed to score 13 touchdowns on the season and 737 yards.
All right, the ball spotted on the 33-yard line of MarthasVineyard.
First and 10.
First and 10. And
All right, so the ball goes to Moraes. Runs it up the gut, and he's stopped by a swarm of Nantucket Whalers. That was Joel McVicker on the tackle.
And Nagel was there. So we got a second down and about 9.
From the Vineyard 35-yard line.
10 minutes to play in the first quarter.
And it's a typical Nantucket Vineyard game on the Vineyard. The wind is blowing and it is cold.
Yeah, we can feel it over there.
Nantucket's coming.
Ball again goes to Moraes.
Nice tackle.
Tackled by Swarm again. Malik Bodden.
Number 30 for Nantucket.
That's Ben Murphy.
Ben Murphy on a nice catch.
Ben Murphy, Malik Bodden. Very good down.
No, we're doing that.
So we got a third down and 9. No gain on the play.
All right, big third down here. As Nantucket leads 7-0.
Nantucket is way up.
Yeah, they've got big press here. Handoff goes to 19. And Terrain Burton in on the tackle.
Burton on the tackle. So Nantucket is putting literally everybody in the box.
Yeah, they're pressing the box. Everyone's up there looking to sniff out that run.
34-yard line.
All right, so that's going to bring up fourth down. And we'll see the punting unit come onto the field for MarthasVineyard here.
Number 3, the punter for the Vineyard. Brandon Sales.
So Sales back to punt. Malik Bodden and Terrain Burton back to return. Snap goes over his head.
He's able
to fall on it.
Nantucket.
And Nantucket's going to get that ball at the 1-yard line. Wow. The high snap.
Wow.
Unfortunate string of events here for the MarthasVineyard.
Sales a big guy, too. That ball was way over his head.
That was a high snap.
Special teams, the kicking game. We saw it in the JV game.
Yep.
Kicking game won the game for the Vineyard.
Came down to the last 4 seconds on the clock.
Last play. All right.
All right, so the Whalers offense takes over here. And that ball is inside the 10-yard line.
And
handoff goes to Usher, who's able to cut it up. All right.
Wow.
And that's a quick 2 scores for Nantucket with 8 minutes left to play. So within the first 4 minutes of play, 2 touchdowns.
Well, that touchdown was brought to you by Billy Built Automotive, the Scrim Chandler Gallery, the Nutra, Joel Rapacki, CPA, Island Lumber, and Santos Rubbish Removal.
All right, Dennis, so Nagel back to kick the extra point.
And I think that is good. Oh! I think it's
off
still
the
good.
crossbar and in.
Hit the bar and it went in.
A single doink.
So the Whalers take a strong early lead in this game.
And really what that score boiled down to is a muffed snap by the Vineyard over the head of the punter.
The kicking game, you know, it's one third of the football. You got your offense, your defense, and then you got your special teams.
So if you're Coach Don Herman here, what are you saying to your guys on the sidelines?
Let's get with it, you know?
The game, really just began here. The first 4 minutes off the clock, and you can't lose your composure, especially going down 2 scores quick.
No, this is true.
Obviously, there's a lot of nerves and energy that goes into this game.
All right,
From Nagel back to kick.
Yep.
Another short boot, and that's going to go to Maurice again. Who hangs on to that and is quickly tackled by number 30. That's Ben Murphy for the Whalers.
Gabriel Bouchard, number 16, was in on tackle.
Ben Murphy led the Nantucket.
All right, so the ball's going to be spotted on about the 24-yard line.
24-yard line.
And the Vineyard offense will take over here.
This first down for the Vineyard is brought to you by Randy Affel Heating and Cooling, Peace Fresh Fish, Prince, Island Fencing, and Fairgrounds Restaurant. All fine sponsors bringing you this game.
All right, 1st and 10 here for the Vineyard. They give it up the gut and are quickly stopped.
Whalers are all over defensively.
That defensive line, Darian Duarte looks fired up there as he was in on the tackle.
Leah, since the first of the year, the Whalers have improved so much as a team.
Yeah, winning their last 3 games, right?
Yeah.
So big wins against Monomoy, Sandwich, and Brighton. Yeah, I think a 48-8 victory over Brighton, Monomoy 41-0 victory, and Sandwich 26-0.
We got a second down and
it's going to be
11, 10.
2nd and 10 here, as a no gain on the previous play. Ball's handed off up the middle, and it looks to be advanced upfield a couple of yards. That should bring up 3rd and 6 or 3rd and 5 here.
Let's see if the Whalers loosen up their defense. They're going to go nowhere in the running game.
This goes back to what you mentioned in the junior varsity game, of where they like to do that tight end release, lull you to sleep with ground and pound, and then that tight end pops out of nowhere.
Let's see if they go to the air.
So 3rd and 6 here for the Vineyarders. We got a handoff to the left, and it looks to be stopped.
We got a 4th down.
And on that tackle is Gannon Mooney, the left defensive end. All right, so the punting unit comes out again for the Vineyard.
Wow.
And if you're the long snapper here.
It's been all Whalers so far.
2 quick scores, 2 3 and outs.
Burton and Barton back there. Barton's already got 3 touchdowns on punt returns. And a horrible punt. But it's a good bounce.
Came off all the way. He's gone.
No flags.
No flags on the play. That's going to be a quick 3 scores. So if the extra point goes, we're off to a quick 21-0 lead from the Nantucket Whalers here.
Wow.
Last year's game, the Whalers won in a 42-0 drubbing.
I think we're well on our way.
So the Whalers sideline cheering on this 3rd score here. And Nagel will kick the extra point for Nantucket.
All right, Nagel for the extra point. The sun came bursting through. That was nice.
Yeah, it's coming in quick bursts. Through the uprights, that's good.
That's his 3rd consecutive one.
All right, Nantucket's out to a quick 21-0 lead.
Wow. I didn't expect this. soon.
So quick update on the other games. We had the Boys and Girls Club flag football team won, the junior high team won, and then the junior varsity team, as we mentioned, lost on that quick field goal in the last 4 seconds of the game, which was really a nail-biter.
Yeah, it was all the way through. It was a great game to do. Our JVs played very, very well. They should be congratulated.
Absolutely.
Even though they did not win. All right, this kickoff is brought to you by Nantucket Architectural Group, the Jewelers Gallery, Valero & Sons, and Just Do It Sports Fishing. Fine sponsors of Nantucket Sports on Gino TV.
As always, thank you to our fine sponsors. All right, so Nagel to kick. And that's going to go to number 8, right through his hands. And that's Ty Matthew.
Wow.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 9-yard line.
He didn't want any part of that.
That's going to return to no gain.
All right, the Vineyard's going to be, again, in desperate territory inside the 20-yard line.
It's a shaky start here for the Vineyard.
Very shaky.
All right, Dennis, quick trivia question. Do you know when the first Vineyard game was played? The Island Cup game was played?
Do I know when it was played?
What year, yeah. Before,
I'm going to say it was 1982.
Ooh. All right, so option pass. Big pickup. So the Vineyard, their first down of the game so far here. So the first Vineyard game, unofficially, before it was the Island Cup was brought about, was 1953.
I know, but you didn't say whether it was old or new.
All right, you were very close with the if it was during the Island Cup series. But so one of the coaches for that Vineyard team was Dan McCarthy, who the field is named after. His grandson actually played against us, Mike McCarthy, who played for Bridgewater State. He's a great football player.
Right.
I believe he's inducted.
They've had some great football players on the Vineyard.
Absolutely.
One of my favorites is Jason Dyer. And that's a
high
bad
snap.
Wow.
And
Ball's alive.
It looks like that's going to be fallen on by the Whalers.
Let's see where they're going to mark this. I don't know.
It's another high
They're going to
snap.
call it down. Nantucket.
On the play, recovered by MarthasVineyard.
All right, so after the big first down run,
12.
that's going to bring up about 2nd and 24.
4:49 left in the first period. Whalers 21 and MarthasVineyard 0.
So we're crammed in here with the student section.
And they're going to loosen it up now.
All right, so back in the shotgun. Vineyard's going to look to pass.
Running for his life.
No one's open. And that ball, that's a jump ball.
That's the pass to Anton Maurice, incomplete.
Maurice was the intended receiver on the play. Bodden with the coverage.
3rd down and 22. That 3rd down and 22 is sponsored by Nantucket Health Department and the Nantucket Visitor Center.
You got a 3rd and 22 play?
3rd and 22 play. Quick kick. Don't laugh. I love that play.
The quick kick.
Quick kick.
All right. So 4:18 left to play in the first quarter. Ball's on the 29-yard line. 3rd and 22. Quarterback is sacked.
Good job on the sideline.
All right.
Nantucket is so well ready for this game.
I believe that was Ben Murphy on the tackle.
Great job by Nantucket coaching staff. We spent a long time talking to Coach Vaughn Machado this morning, and he remarked how much his offensive and defensive lines have improved. Also, he's in charge of the special teams, the kicking game. And they've shown strong today.
Yeah, and he told us, I thought it was funny, I believe he said Jack Wilson, the first time he had suited up and played football was this August during preseason. So that's the starting left guard for the Whalers, just a testament to how much the offensive line has really grown. A lot of young guys there. So that punt goes to about the, looks like the 37-yard line there. And out of bounds again. So the Whalers will take over here with 3 minutes and 20 seconds left.
Well, we hope that we'll be traveling next week. The Whalers got to hold on and play the last 3 quarters, add to the 21-0 total, and we'll be playing in the tournament next week.
It looks like there's a couple moving pieces in who the Whalers would actually play if they advance today.
Getting Devontae Usher back to run the football is huge.
Absolutely. He's a key player in this offense.
And he goes in motion.
Multi-sport athlete, and there he goes. There's a couple stiff arms, and he breaks loose, and that's going to be another score for Usher. Wow.
Coming back. He's coming back.
Flag on the play.
Illegal procedure.
If that flag wasn't there, that was going to be a good foreshadowing by you there, Dennis.
Yeah. That ball's coming back, folks.
Talk about a power runner. Just 2 forceful stiff arms there by Devontae Usher. All right, so we'll see what the penalty is on the play.
All right, what do we got?
Likely to be
Chop block. Chop block. That's a big one.
So that's going to go against the Whalers. So that ball is going to come back to the 45-yard line.
And that's first and
That will bring up
25.
first and some change, yeah. It's going to be about
First down and about 25.
Usher in motion. Back to pass. Wide receiver screen to Bodden. He's tackled. And that's number 74 for the Vineyard on the tackle. That's Josh Pinto.
Tackle play by Josh Pinto. Second down and 16 from the Vineyard 41-yard line.
So the Vineyard defense, Dennis, is anchored by Hunter Meter at middle linebacker, who's recorded 39 tackles on the season. And then their safety, Braden Sales, has 5 interceptions. So look for him on the pass plays.
Down the middle. Burton with a catch.
Jump ball.
Burton.
It looks like
Burton's got the reception.
they're indicating a first down for the
goes to the
Whalers.
offensive play. Burton has the reception.
And that was defended by Braden Sales.
Pass complete to Trey Burton for a gain of 31 yards. He has first down for Nantucket on Vineyard 9-yard line.
That great pass play
Play by Brady Sales.
was sponsored by the Nantucket Girls and Boys Club. And that's where Burton learned to catch the ball like that.
That's true. That's where the majority of our Whalers have played. Their Pop Warner, their Pee Wee football. Great program over there at the Nantucket Boys and Girls Club. Usher in motion, handoff goes to Liburd.
Liburd up the middle.
And it looks like he'll be stopped just shy of the goal line there. Maybe on the 1-yard line.
Kevin Liburd on the carry.
Not even out of the first period yet. If the Whalers score, it'll be 27 to nothing.
Second down on the Vineyard field.
With 3 quarters of football left to go.
All right, so that brings up 2nd and 1.
This is one thing to consider is the fact that this is a very, very young Vineyard football team. Only 3 seniors. Up the middle.
Up the gut to Liburd again.
I don't think he got it.
Fullback dive. Looks like it's going to be stopped just short.
The Whalers stopped for no gain.
Yeah, they've had a couple of rebuilding years. The Vineyard brought back Don Herman. He had a short 2-year retirement and was back last year.
Told me his wife kicked him out of the house, told him to go coach.
To get back to coaching.
He's a great coach. And don't you for a minute think he's not going to bring this program back.
He's an author now too. He's got a book out.
What's it called?
Purple Pride.
Purple Pride.
Which is available on Amazon.
All right. Yeah, Nantucket readers ought to go get it.
A lot of history about the Vineyard game. That's up the gut. That's going to go for 6. Liebert, the ball carrier.
That touchdown is brought to you by Kitty Mertrogs, the Boathouse, the Sea Grill, and Fast Forward Espresso to Go. Whalers 27 and the Vineyard nothing with 24 seconds left in the first period. It's been all Nantucket.
All right.
And Nagel's going to kick it. The holder is number 2, Malik Bowden.
Yeah, I believe that's Mackay Bowden.
And go back to the extra point.
Bad. Yeah, I think he got it.
Nice kick through the uprights.
The point is good.
It's going to be 28-0.
Nagel's 4 for 4.
28,
All right, so we've got score from Liebert, Devontae Usher, Malik Bowden.
You get yourself to Harwich on Monday, where
And I think Usher's got 2, right?
Usher's, yeah, that's right. Usher's got 2 scores so far. All right, so quick 28-0 lead for Nantucket here.
At Cranberry Valley in Harwich on Monday. I believe they tee off at 10 a.m. So if you're off island, you want to get
Vineyard
golf Jones on.
will be back to return another kickoff here.
Vineyard Athletics, go cheer on Pete Gillis, World Golf Platform, as he competes for a state title in Cranberry Valley in Harwich on Monday.
Anton Maurice is back deep. I can't see the other numbers. Is it number 2?
I believe that's number 8. Ty Matthew.
Ty Matthew back to the Vineyard.
All right, so short kick.
It to him. Fair catch. Not a bad idea.
I'm surprised we didn't see a flag go down. It looked like the Nantucket Vineyard the Nantucket kickoff team was ahead of the kicker there.
Okay, we got 24 seconds left.
Ball's going to be spotted at the 29-yard line.
And if we move on to the tournament round, the Whaler TV, Gino TV will be there.
So who's in the who are some potential opponents for the first round of the playoffs?
Abington's one, Mashpee.
Is Case?
Cohasset and Case.
All right, so a fumble there.
Where the Vineyard
It looks like they're calling that dead.
Backfield by
The Vineyard looks really disheveled.
for no game. The second and 10 Vineyard from their own.
And that's going to be the last play of the first period. So with the end of the first period, Nantucket owns a 28-0 lead. All right, here we go. First play of the second quarter.
We're going to see a pass here, and it looks like on the run.
Oh, nice hit.
Taken down by Nagel and Usher there.
Yeah, nice job. The second quarter is brought to you by
So Zach Smith, really not much time to pass.
the second quarter is brought to you by Island Carpets, Ryder Electric, and the Nantucket Electrical Contractors. All fine sponsors helping Whaler Sports and Gino TV put them on the air.
So back to their classic formation here.
Yeah, look,
we're going to see Moraes in motion, and they handed up the gut.
Nice job by the Nantucket defense.
DeWart, Burton,
And
in on that tackle.
Swarming toward the football. There have been no solo tackles. Everybody's gang tackling the football. So now we got a 4th down and not a punting situation.
So Whalers defense looks great so far.
Yeah, they do.
Team tackles, right to the ball, really breaking down that offensive front, which is typically leading a power running game for the Vineyard.
And this time they
Good
get a
snap
good snap
that time. Short
the
kick
ball's
though.
kicked against the wind.
Gonna go.
And it takes a Whaler bounce.
All right, so we'll see the Whaler offense back on the field here. Whaler offense has not yet been stopped.
All right, this change of possession is brought to you by Nantucket State Jewelry, and Cavalier Gallery, Rick's Paint and Maintenance, Island, Florida. 1st down, Nantucket.
Usher in motion.
And we got 2
That's
people
gonna be
moving.
an
That's a
illegal
legal
motion.
procedure. Be 1st and 15.
They had donuts over at the touchdown club booth as well.
Blair, you can only have one person in motion at a time.
That's right. That's the second time we've been called for the same penalty.
So we're going to go 1st and 15. Ball spotted on the 49-yard line.
10-14 left in the second quarter.
And we got a timeout. This timeout's brought to you by Island Kitchen, Arrowhead Nursery, Fairgrounds Restaurant, and Keeper's Restaurant. So Blair, the Vineyard's got to get it together. They need to talk.
Yeah, I think, Coach Don Herman, an important timeout called here to try to talk to his players and say, hey guys, keep your head in this.
Yeah.
There's still plenty of football left to play.
Oh, there is, actually. Comebacks do happen.
Absolutely. You were telling me on the ride over the 1993 game, was it? The Island Cup?
The Island Cup game, yeah.
2 touchdowns scored in 4 minutes.
We had a 14-0 lead with 4 minutes left and lost with a trip to the Super Bowl.
On the line.
We lost everything in 4 minutes. So, those things happen
It's a heart wrencher.
in high school football.
And it's worth your while to sit down and watch them. I've heard they
All right, so 1st and 15 after the penalty. Whalers offense back on the field. Joel McVicker and Malik Bodden split out for the Whalers. Usher in motion. Hand off to Burton. Spins away and
Nice
picks
run.
up.
5.
Gets the ball back to the original line of scrimmage. So that should be 2nd and 10.
It's called 2nd and 9.
The Whalers have so many options on offense.
Oh, they do.
Weapons too.
Burton and Usher in the same backfield. We've had many years where we haven't had a featured back that could play with either one of those 2 guys. It's amazing.
Absolutely.
All right, they spread it out. Nantucket spreads out their offense.
So we've got McVicker and Bodden wide on the right side.
Up the middle.
Handoff goes to Burton. And he's going to pick up a few more here. Looks like about 5-yard carry there. 6-yard carry. Should bring up 3rd and 4.
They're so quick to the hole.
Hockey Hearn leads the charge for the Vineyard.
Hoffy Hearn on the tackle.
We got a 3rd down and what, 5?
So we'll call it 3rd and
4.
from the Vineyard's 40-yard line.
All right, so Bodden's going to be split out to the right. We'll have Liburg, Burton, and Usher in the backfield. Drops back to pass, looking for the quick slant. Breaks out to the left.
Can run it.
And Bodden's going to cut that off and and it looks like he'll get enough for the first down here.
First
Pushed
down.
out of bounds. That'll stop the clock at 8:44.
And again, you know, we were talking in the early game that you need to hold your contain. And what was happening is the defensive end for the Vineyard wasn't even looking. He got around the corner, and the quarterback got around the corner, and he didn't know where the quarterback was.
Yeah, you got to hold your ground.
You got to hold your ground,
especially on those reverses and misdirections.
But a young team, and those are things you have to learn.
Yeah. We've got a few players out here for the Whalers too that'll stick around for quite some time. We've got quarterback here is a sophomore. Hand off to Burton. Reverse. To Usher on the right side, and he's got some room blocking out front from Bodden. So brought down at about the 2-yard line. Usher with a nice reverse. I got to admit, I was fooled by that one. I thought that was going out to the left side.
Well, it was a reverse. Very nicely executed.
Good executed. It got me. Good execution.
Not only that, there was only one really man to beat on the corner.
So the ball is on about the 2-yard line, 5-yard line here.
All right, Nantucket breaking the huddle.
McVicker split out right. Bodden split out to the left. Handoff goes to Liburd. That'll go up the gut, but he's pushed back.
Stopped it.
Maybe picked up about one on the play.
He's maybe on the 2.
So unsuccessful on the fullback dive.
4-yard line. We explained in the first game that the writing on the markers on the field are not as good on the right side of the field as they are on the left. So it's difficult for us to see the exact yard line.
It's actually a little easier to see now too that the sun's not out.
Yeah, I know.
But then we suffer with the cold. All right, handoff goes again to Liburd, who punches it up the gut, and it looks like did he get in?
I think he is. On the goal.
No indication yet for a touchdown.
Pretty close.
Looks like that's going to bring up, should be 3rd and 1.
3rd and goal. Let's call for 1.5 yards.
And the clock's running.
So 3rd and goal from the 1-yard line.
This potential touchdown brought to you by Sun Island Fuel, the Upstores and the Bean. The Whalers have it all going their way right now.
If I were a gambling man, I'd say they're going to go to the fullback dive again here on the 1-yard line, or a QB sneak. So Bodden's going to be under center.
Yeah,
nice misdirection to Burton.
Wow. Beautiful hole. He ran through the hole untouched.
That wing T hybrid offense gives them the opportunities to do a lot of misdirections. Nice touchdown there by the Whalers.
And the score goes to 34 to zip.
All right. Tough to maintain morale if you're on the Vineyard sideline.
Yeah, those guys have to keep their heads up and do the best they can. This is a hard one for the Vineyard.
And they go to kick.
And he hasn't missed yet.
And he's got...
Off the post!
Wow. So with the win, caught his second post of the game. That one didn't go in.
Big day on Monday for Vineyard boys soccer. They will either have
34-0 in the second quarter with 6:25 left to play.
Or they will need a win or a tie to qualify. It's also senior day.
And thank goodness the sun's
If you
out.
have not seen the boys soccer team play, this is another group that
Because the wind is biting.
fun to watch.
It definitely is.
Some pretty tight defense, and they've got some kids that can get up on the outside.
So we had about 400 passengers riding over with us on the ferry today from Nantucket.
Manuel De Silvia, Mochi Oliveira, and Morgan Estrella, and the rest of the
Gino was late, and we almost didn't get on the ferry.
3 o'clock Monday, right here.
He made it.
He said I worry too much.
Started you off in a worry. All right. Kick is up. Moraes is going to pick it up. Antoine Moraes. He'll have a running room up the gut. And it's going to be a foot race. That's going to go for the first score.
No flag. Wow.
73-yard return.
Wow.
All right, so the cannons have sounded for the first time.
They haven't put the 6 up on the board yet.
Nice return there by Moraes.
Beautiful.
Just had the hole up the middle.
And he outraced every Nantucket player.
All right, so the Vineyard able to put some points on the board.
Well, that gives us a little ray of hope that Vinny's going for 2. And Smith is rolling out, and he's going to throw it incomplete.
No good. Joel McVicker there
12 left in the first
to take down Smith.
34, MarthasVineyard 6.
So either that's a 6.
That's a 6.
You've got some defective bulbs in the scoreboard there.
That's a 6.
All right, so 6-34, 6:12 left to play in the second quarter. All right, well, I guess, that can revitalize the offense a little bit. It's that first score. It's the toughest to put on the board.
A high school football coach's journey is available on Amazon.com. And if you read the book that I have, you'll recognize some of the characters in the book, including a young boy from Georgia behind the bench who wound up on the shores of MarthasVineyard. Amazon.com, Public Guide and Coach's Journey.
Well, Blair, I'm glad to see the Vineyard able to score, that's a pick-me-up for them.
Yeah, it definitely is. I mean, it just gets the momentum going.
This kickoff is sponsored by Gray Lady Properties, the Brotherhood, Murray's Talkery, and the Beauty Bar.
All right, so 66 for the Vineyard to kick. That is Brian Torres.
Good boom.
Booming kick.
Bowden's got it.
Bowden on the return.
Bowden has 3 touchdowns on kickoff returns.
He's got some running room. And it looked like he was going to get a window there at the very end.
Yeah.
Break it out to the left side. Nice return nonetheless.
Number 12 was there on the tackle for the Vineyard. That would have been Oscar Shepard.
All right, Dennis, do you happen to know the longest streak that the Island Cup's been held for? Coming at you with the trivia today.
I would say throughout the 90s, I think from 1996, I would say the Vineyard held it the longest.
Yeah, so the Vineyard held it the longest. It was actually from 2003 to 2015. Nice little option from Bowden to Usher. Usher cuts it up, able to break 3. Nice run there. Able to pick up the first down.
All right.
11-yard carry.
So I would say from 1993 through 2003 to 2014.
Very close. So it was 2015, yeah. So it was a 12-year streak because they didn't play in 2009. So, and then the 2016 game was what snapped it, where the Whalers won, and that was the game. So that was during Don Herman's retirement here. So he's back on the field with us today for the Vineyard.
All right.
All right, so handoff's going to go to Nagel.
Nagel's got it.
Up the gut. think that's the first time we've seen Nagel carry the ball today.
And he was a primary ball carrier when Usher was out. 5:02 left in the second period. This play is brought to you by the Dog Wash, Cottage and Castle, Pumpkin Pond Farm, and the Islander. All fine sponsors bringing you this game.
All right, so McVicker and Bodden split out for the Whalers. Liebert, Nagel, and Blois in the backfield.
They're going to throw it wide open.
Pass is going to go to Nagel, just outside of his fingertips.
Good pass, he was wide open.
Pass to Nagel.
Wide open.
So we're seeing some new faces on the field for the Whalers offense. We got Blois, Nagel.
From the Vineyard, 41-yard line.
Now, if you're a coach like Donnie Herman, I mean, what you have to do is, having that touchdown on the kickoff is great, but you need to have a stop right away.
Absolutely, yeah. You got to feed off that momentum.
You got to feed off the momentum.
Yeah, you get a quick. I mean, you force a 3 and out, get the ball back.
And we got a timeout on the field. This timeout's brought to you by the Hatcher's Package Store, the Homestead, Nantucket Culinary, Holgate's, Island Laundry, and the Downy Flake. We have 4:31 left. Nantucket 34, Martha's Vineyard 6.
In their halftime show. Go over the touchdown club booth and pick
The ball's located on the 39-yard line of the Vineyard, and we have a third down and about 6.
This is a huge third down for the Vineyard here. Obviously looking to stop Nantucket.
Head over to the other concession stand and get a
Nantucket's outside of field goal range, so obviously they would elect to punt if stopped here.
and support the Junior Class Ball.
The sun is out, and it's nice when the sun is out.
We're loving it.
All right, here we go.
All right, so
We got a third down, probably a pass play.
O'Connor and McVicker split out.
And we got a screen.
Little screen to
pass.
Blois.
The Blois, yeah.
Sniffed out by number 19.
That was a loser.
That's Jaden Coyle on the tackle.
Justin Blois, slipped down, stopped by Antoine.
And now the Whalers are faced with a fourth down. What do you do? What do you do? I think I would punt it.
Yeah, you're outside of field goal range, and you got it. We're going to see the punting unit come out onto the field here.
44-yard line.
Because the Vineyard really hasn't demonstrated they can do anything against Nantucket's defense on offense. And we have a flag. What do we
Flag
have?
down.
Too much
Flag on the play.
Too much time.
Too many men on the field.
Too many men on the field.
Back 5. Repeat fourth down. 4th and 14 for the Whalers from the Vineyard 49.
This is not a very good drive. Burton back to punt.
So 12 men on the field, pushing back 5 yards.
Kick for the Whalers.
So you've got Morrice and Jaden Coyle back to return. I'm going to bet that they're going to try to kick it to Coyle.
That's a nice punt.
And that's straight up.
And it bounces on the...
Great defending by the Whalers, able to stop that down. It looks like the 6-yard line.
5-yard kick by.
Nice punt.
Down the 5-yard line.
Wow.
Vineyard from their own 5.
All right, so first and 10 from the 5. Beautiful punt.
With the wind, granted, but
yeah.
real high.
Even against the wind. I was watching Burton in warm-ups.
Yeah,
He's got a boot on the ball. So, great punt. Sets up some difficult field position here for the Vineyarders.
So, Vineyard's had, they've had bad field position all day.
We'll see if they try to set up that power run game. Handoff's going to go up the gut.
Not a bad gain in that circumstance.
Yeah, it's a short carry to about 2, but obviously with your heels against the end zone, you want to get that ball out.
Now, if they
Second down and 7 for the Vineyard
if they can get a first down or 2, they can kill the clock. Going in 34-6 at halftime, not as bad as 34-0.
Yeah, it's tough too because obviously they like to play the run game. So when you go down 34-0 right out the gate, you can't really run the ball as much as you'd like to.
Throw. They really are.
Yeah, Darian Duarte looking to close that gap. Stuffed by Duarte there. And on that tackle also is number 59 for the Whalers, Tyler Anderson.
So we got 3rd and about 8.
3rd and 8.
Ball on about the
8-yard line.
8 or 10-yard line.
Oh yeah.
2:15 left to go.
Yeah, it's just nose is just about on the 10.
Yep. All right, so we'll see what they do here, whether they throw or run. The Vineyard obviously looking to make up some points. You've got the wind against you. So handoff goes up the middle.
And the Whalers are all over the ball carrier.
All sorts of Whaler defenders in on that tackle. Looks like Burton coming out of there.
Vineyard's going to have to punt. They need about a 30-yard punt.
Yeah, with the wind in your face and the long snappers got a bit of the jitters for the Vineyard today. Braden Sales back to punt.
This punt is brought to you by Hatch's Package Store. And he's going to get.
So that's going to come right at us.
Going to get that 30. Going to pick it up.
A little bounce, and Burton picks it up. Wow, what a cutback! Oh my goodness. Terrain Burton. Little jab step, cut it right up the middle. Picked up. That ball was down, Dennis, at about the 40-yard line. Vineyard didn't really go out there and try to down
block.
it. Beautiful block.
Yeah, and they didn't cover it very well.
Not at all.
Not at all.
So that ball gets up to about the 20.
So we got 1 minute even up in the first half. Nantucket has the ball on the 25. And if they put another one in, big series here for the Vineyard.
Handoff goes to Nagel on the left side. He's got some room to run. Picks up about 10 on the play. Nice stiff arm.
And they said there's a fumble on the sideline. There's a fumble.
Did that go to the Vineyard?
Yeah.
There's a fumble on the play.
Fumble on the sideline.
Wow.
That was recovered by the Vineyard.
After a nice game.
All right. Quick change of hands there.
Yes.
But the Vineyard's right back to where they were on the 10-yard line.
That fumble was brought to you by Nantucket Culinary, Holgate's Island Laundry, and the Downy Flake.
All right, so 1st and 10 on the 9-yard line here. 50 seconds left to play with the Vineyard trailing 6-34.
Oh, nice job.
Man, I tell you.
Nice job by Burton.
Burton, Duarte, everyone's in on that tackle.
If I was the Vineyard, what I would do, I would try to run out the clock. Maybe one more play. I would take a kneel down, I think.
Man, this Whalers defense looks awesome today.
Yeah, they do. Let's see if they take the kneel down.
Looks like they're going to let that clock run out.
Yeah, well, it goes down as far as it can. They have to snap it one time.
All right, so I think that'll do it for the half.
All right, there it is.